have Saturdays set aside just for you in classic blues and R&B, papi.
This is Music with a Feeling on Classic Blues and R&B, WVON 1690.
Well, any time is a good time.
On WVON.
Hey! Like right now. Wow!
Every Saturday night, about sundown, country people in wagons coming from miles around, drinking cold liquor from a mason foot jar. Old man did took it, looking at go catfishing on me. Some butter beans.
Butter beans and chili stew.
Every Saturday night. Every Saturday night.
I get in my shade.
And as long as I'm able,
Gonna do the same thing again.
my head gets so bad,
But it don't change.
I be so tore down.
I don't even know my name.
Big beach, y'all.
Big speed and barbecue.
Good old catfishing homemade brew.
Gotta have some homemade.
Got me some butter beans.
Butter beans and chili stew.
Oh, every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night.
Monday morning,
Monday,
get your damn floor.
Monday,
Tuesday, I got a milk cow. Y'all know about that, don't you?
gotta milk the cow now.
Wednesday, I got a working dog.
Talking about Wednesday,
Thursday, I got a slaughter hog that I ain't even shave out.
I said Thursday,
Friday, Friday. Girls, what's the sixth day of the week?
Friday,
Well, Friday. Friday. Now, when it's done, realize all night before Saturday, my good old
big speed and barbecue.
catfishing homemade brew.
Gotta have some homemade.
Got me some butter beans.
Butter beans and chili stew.
It's Saturday night.
Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday.
All night long. Come Sunday morning,
Every Saturday.
I'm strong. Yes, I do. This Saturday night,
Every
I
Saturday.
know we gonna lock the door. Good.
Every Saturday.
All night long.
Saturday night. Every Saturday.
Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday.
Let yourself go, let yourself go, let yourself go, let yourself
Saturday.
go, let yourself go.
Every Saturday. Saturday night. Every Saturday.
All right.
WVON makes the week go fast, makes the weekend last and last. WVON.
Hey, welcome to Classic Blues and R&B. I want you to go out and get me an order of pig feet there, Gerald, okay? I want you to get me an order of those pig feet. And I want a little, what the hell we put on there? You know, some of that stuff, okay? So I'm going to teach you how to do it. I know you don't know how to do it. Welcome, folks, to Classic Blues and R&B. Your old Magnolia man, here's Sir Henry Cheatham, coming to you live from the studios of WVON. Welcome to our program. Classic Blues and R&B, this is where you come to get all of your real American music. When you enter the Classic Blues and R&B Club, you know you're at the right juke joint. No question about it, you're at the right place, folks. So here you get your real blues, a healthy shot of soul, and your much-needed dose of rhythm and blues. That's right, we call it R&B. R&B. Blues, beer, and barbecue is the real red, white, and blue of America, of American music, United States of America's music. Once you get here at the Classic Blues and R&B, you know you found a great call letters of WVON 1690. You know, call letters with a heritage and a legacy. WVON 1690 AM. We're coming to you from the middle of North America here in the place we call the United States of America. This is my home. Don't forget that, Gerald. This is my country. Here in the middle of North America, the United States of America. To the south, we got Mexico, and to the north is Canada. We're glad you could join us here for another weekend of entertainment at WVON 1690 AM on the south side of Chicago, folks. Welcome. We're going to be with you until 2 a.m., playing for you nothing but the best in American music right here. Music that make you go, oh, Lordy, Lord, stuff of that nature, you know. I found my thrill, all of that good stuff, you know. You find it all right here on Classic Blues and R&B. It's always good to get back up in here for another Saturday night, Sunday morning program here. Scheduled to have a guest or two, I'm not sure. When they get here, I know they're here. You know, that's the way it is. It's the Chicago Blues Festival this weekend. A couple of guys supposed to come by here, so we'll find out when they do. The great Eddie Cotton and Prince of the Delta Blues, Eddie Johnson. Did I get that kid's name? Kelvin Johnson. Eddie Johnson. Think about the police officer here. Yep. America's buzzing with talk of racial profiling. We see and hear it everywhere, experience it everywhere. It's a big problem. WVON is going to prove it through a digital social movement. We're calling What's Your Story? All you have to do is create a video sharing your version of an experience with a racial action against you, profiling with the police or somebody, white folks, you know, profile. Say, damn, look at this Negro going in this house, and stuff of that nature, profiling. Click on the What's Your Story banner at WVON.com to view a sample video for more information on how to share your video. You know, colored folks barbecuing in the park, you know, they got a problem with that. San Francisco, and they want to say it was an ordinance or something. You know, that's always the case. They always want to come up with something, you know, to say that they were right, you know. Well, you ain't right. And damn it, this is my country. My country. And remember that. This is MY, my country, the Estados Unidos, the United States. You know, my folks built it, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Good place to be. Gerald, you like being here too, right? Now, you talking about going to Canada. Where you going, to Canada or Mexico? Which one you going to go? You going north or south? Or you may go to the Caribbean somewhere.
I'm going north to Canada.
Why you don't want to go down south?
I ain't got nothing against down south, but down south, everybody, you know, I speak Spanish, so, you know, I don't speak Spanish.
Well, hell, they speak French up there, too.
In Montreal, but I'm going to Toronto.
You want to go? Okay, you want to go there where they speak English, yeah? Yeah, okay, all right. Anyway, folks, it's always good to get here and have a little fun, you know. Say hello to you wherever you may be, down in New Zealand, Australia, or wherever, in whatever planet you may be on. They said they got some life up on, what the hell is that, Mars, somewhere they found? They ain't going to trick me and get me out of here. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm not going no place. Let Elon Musk and the rest of y'all take off. Leave it here for me. Leave it here for me and the guys and girls who want to be here, you know? Yeah. Anyway, I want a couple sad notes. Of course, you know that Lou Myers had a memorial service for him today out at the Reverend Johnny Coleman's church. I want to say farewell to relatives of my wife, in-laws of mine, Miss Pearl Bobo, who passed away, and they're having her service next Saturday. Friday will be a viewing at Callahan Funeral Home on 73rd and Houston Street. I think starting at 4 o'clock. I think that's what my wife told me. And her service will be Saturday on 95th and Prospect at the church there. Anyway, so I'd like to say farewell and condolences and prayers go out to the family of Miss Pearl Bobo, her daughter Sheila, and the rest of her. I forget her son's name right now, but yeah. Anyway, God bless and keep you all. And remember, this is something that we all must go through, folks, you know. All right, you know, the president was up in Canada. He's heading over there to the G. What he going over to? Singapore. Why Singapore? You folks need to find out why he said Singapore. You know, going to Singapore. Singapore got some advanced stuff over there. Medically, they tell me they do some good work over there. They change different parts of the body if need be. They can do it in Singapore. So I wonder what he's going there. He's going to go there and get his hair fixed. I know y'all all talks about his hair. I want to say I want to congratulate the president on his commuting, I should say, Miss Alice Johnson there. And while the Congress lady runs around calling him a con man, she's not doing what she's supposed to do, folks. She went there to represent us. What y'all call her Auntie Maxine Waters. So she and the rest of those guys at Congressional Black Caucus need to get on the ball. They're the greatest group out there, and they don't even know it. Got nothing but strength. Anyway, folks, we'll get into the show here. Hope you will stick with us all throughout the night. Want to also going to celebrate a young man out there in California, Palm Springs, California. Young man by the name of Mr. Keith Thomas, one of my classmates. He was trained on our football team, Solomon Young's grandson. And I want to say congratulations to the young man because he got a 4.0 average. And I told him I would give him a song this week, and I will, folks. I got Cool in the Game coming up for him somewhere in this segment. All right, don't forget Juneteenth, folks. It's coming up on the 19th. Juneteenth. Don't forget that. That's when we got the word down in Texas that everything was all right, that, the Christopher Addicts and Nat Turner and the rest of the guys' fight was not in vain. That they had finally got something done because, the brothers did fight in the war, folks. A lot of y'all don't think that we did. The hell, without us, this country would not be where it is today. In spite of the injustices that has been going on, we been right here doing our thing. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B on WVON 1690 AM.
saying goodbye. Oh yeah. I know there's a home somewhere. Oh, we need to gasper to win this fight. Children, we walk by faith and not by sight. Let us give thanks to the Lord and Lord. There's a God, there's a God, there's a God true. Make your request known to God in prayer. There's a God will make a way for you, and there's a God Lord, I know how to go somewhere. One day up on the cross, he died for us all. You believe there's a God, clap your hands. Sing there's a God somewhere. God is here and there. Children, God is everywhere. If you're down and out, God will make a way. Don't give us if you sin. God will heal you. Oh, yes, He will. God is a heart fixer. God is a mind regulator. Just lift up your voice and exalt. Sing there's a God. There's a God somewhere. God is a light. There's a God somewhere. God is the light of the world. God somewhere. Yeah, God shines. God stands. There's a God somewhere.
All right, all you young bloods in Chicago land, yeah. Let's have some soul power. What I say? Hear me right now. All right then, WVON, soul power, power. Wow! Yeah, all right.
I want to tell you a story from way back. Truck on down and dig me, Jack. In 1865, a Hellcat started some jive. He said, come on, Gate, and jump with me. At the Juneteenth Jamboree, the rhythm was swinging at the picnic grounds. Fried chicken floating all around. Everybody there was full of glee. At the Juneteenth Jamboree, trumpets blaring in the air. Mellow barbecue everywhere. Clarnets moaning in the hall. All the Gates was having the ball. They didn't know how to cut no rug, but all the cats had a gallon jug. Everybody happy as they could be at the Juneteenth Jamboree.
Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. Baby, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright.
You're the sunshine in my day, so warm in every way. No one can keep us apart. I really love it when you kiss me. I feel so good when you're with me. You're the key to my heart. I said I'm living for the love that you give to me. Oh yes I am, girl. I wanna give you more, so much more than I receive. Here's what I pledge to you. I'm living for the love that you give to me, baby. I wanna give you more, so much more than I receive. Oh yeah, yeah. You're the girl of my dreams. You really are my queen. I just want you to know you're everything I need. You make my life complete, much more precious than gold. I'm living for the love that you give to me. Oh yes I am, girl. I wanna give you more, so much more than I receive. Here's what I pledge to you. I'm living for the love that you give to me. The love you give to me, girl. You give to me. I wanna give you more, so much more than I receive. Oh yes I do, girl. Words could never express all of the things that I feel for you, girl. The only thing that I can do is to show you. Only you that I'm living for the love that you give to me. Oh, you give to me, girl. Give to me. That I'm living for the love that you give to me. Oh, yes, I do, girl. I love the way that I'm living for. I love the way that you give to me. You make me feel. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Baby. Yes, I do, girl. The love that you give to me. You give to me, baby. Give to me, girl.
back slapping, baby kissing, flag waving, soul loving, wow! Handshaking, axe.
Diesel Sound. You're listening to WVON 1690 AM. And Sir Henry doing his thing, baby.
All right, folks, here you go. Here, our studio guest you just heard, Eddie Cotton, the great Mississippi Cotton. He ain't no cotton picker. He's a little young, but that the machine replaced him. You heard Eddie Cotton, Fairweather Lover. You also heard Chris Jasper, The Love You Give. That's a brand new one by Chris. It's coming out in July. Chris Jasper with the Isley Brothers, Isley. Caravan of Love, you heard that, and you also heard Chris doing Share With Me. And Cool in the Gang, Celebration, went out from my man Keith Thomas. He is the next doctor, O.D. Payne III. He's the next doctor. And Louis Jordan, Juneteenth. Get that. And we also heard Joe Simon, There's a God Somewhere, out here on Classic Blues and R&B. So, yeah, we got a studio guest here. We got a couple of them. Dr. Payne is back in the house, and he was so kind to bring Brother Eddie Cotton along with us here. How you doing, Brother Eddie? Get that mic over there, brother. He leaned back here. I just told him, I said he went down to Big John, and he didn't want to come up out of there.
Yeah, Joe.
So welcome to the program, Eddie.
Thank you, sir.
So tell us a little bit about you, Eddie.
Jackson, Mississippi. We're here to play the Chicago Blues Festival. We've been out here on this blues circuit for the last 20 years or more. And got a chance through the years to meet Dr. Payne. And now with our good friend, Mr. Cheatham. And we're glad to be here.
Okay, well, good. Keep talking. I was telling my man, they drop the music, they'll cut the music. Yeah, that's a whole. Hey, that didn't mean to distract you. Continue. You were talking.
Yeah, so we're here to play the Chicago Blues Festival, just hanging out with our good friend Dr. Payne and Mr. Cheatham here, and we're glad to be here.
Oh, we're good to have you here, too. It's always, second time you've been on the show, folks. It's been a while. He got a news. When he was here before, he didn't have his CD out. What's the name of that CD?
It's One at a Time. The one that you played was One at a Time. That was our latest CD, and that tune was Fair Weather Lover.
Yeah. So how's it doing for you?
Oh, it's doing fine.
Yeah, good.
We want to thank you for what you're doing for it.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good CD, very good. The whole CD is good. I like it, like it a lot of the music on there, So what you been doing since the last time you was here before you came here to do Chicago Fest?
We've been playing, touring, and we've been playing and touring, and we've been overseas. We was in Switzerland and France in March. Stayed there till April. Came back, played casinos, the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, and we're here, and we're headed back to do some more casino work.
Back in Jackson, back in Mississippi?
Yeah, Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Okay, good. So you're doing a lot of work, I noticed, down there.
Yeah. Home been good to me.
MISSISSI, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You left off the PPI.
Oh, you do know how to spell it. You do know how to spell it.
I told you, yeah, dude. Okay.
Yeah. Tell you what, we're going to go to the top of the hour. We'll continue our conversation with Eddie Cotton. And as we come back here on Sunday morning, Eddie might do a little church service for us on Sunday morning. He's a preacher, too. No, he ain't no preacher. I'm just kidding, folks. Yeah. All right, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.